Well, my typical today looks much different than it did earlier in my career. Early in the career, when we were starting to practice, I was pretty much a solo practitioner working 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. But now that we've grown the practice to where we can bring on added associates, my day-to-day life now is much more comfortable. I work usually from between 7 and 7:30 in the morning, and I'm usually home between 5:30 and 6 in the evening, but that's only 4 days a week. So I really do value that extra day off during the week as I get older especially. The support system is invaluable, I think, particularly in two different elements. First off, when you're first getting out of vet school and you're developing your confidence level, you really need to have valuable resources to bounce your ideas off of, to build confidence. You're not going to have every day being a perfect day, so it's really good to have somebody to bounce some ideas off on. And I think the other thing that's really important is when you enter any kind of a career that's a profession, you have to have family at home that understands that dinner doesn't always happen at 5 p.m. So one of the biggest benefits, I think, to having a group practice is to rely on your colleagues in the building. Bounce ideas off of them. Sometimes they'll say, hey, did you think about this? We obviously have the internet now, which we didn't have several years ago, as a valuable resource. But one of the things I can tell you is that when you go through veterinary school, it's such a small class size. The professors remember you. They're always willing to reach out and reinforce you, give you some ideas. Obviously, they're there also for referral of the most troublesome cases. But it's leaning on colleagues, leaning on textbooks, leaning on the internet, and thinking about resource professionals that are out there at the specialty facilities.